Choice Removed, Part 4. The sheriff felt a chill. Who answered? He swallowed, and the gun trembled in his hand. Raymond's lake-blue eyes stared at him. He had prayed that night. His father had broken his jaw, leg, and arm. Death was coming. That wasn't a mask. No, it was real. The killer averted his gaze. He remembered looking up to see the diminished but regal figure. All around them, the sound of steps closed in. Elijah looked around, but Raymond only sobbed. Dirty gold light cut through the treetops, and flecks of bone drifted within their brilliance. Incense enveloped the stretch of forest with its dull sweetness and spicy. The alienness of it turned the sheriff's stomach. The hollow knocking returned. It sent tremors through earth, wood, and flesh. From every tree it came in dull, dead repetition. Almost like a couplet or song, the flat rhythm pealed slowly over Elijah. "Meridian," a voice cooed over the sheriff's shoulder. Elijah turned towards the man who still prayed. "What did you say?" His eyes flicked about. All the choices that brought him here flashed across his mind. They came and went. At no point did he question his path, even when he heard Rutger had died. They had pinned the star on his chest, and he never questioned it. Raymond squeezed his eyes shut, whispering, "Hollow God." When he opened his lake-blue eyes, they peeked past the sheriff. A guttural shriek erupted from deep within his guts. Elijah whirled around and raised the pistol. A small voice inside cursed him for letting someone sneak up on him. The regal figure stood a few meters away, their heads slightly bowed. The gold of their finery was tarnished, and the ivory yellowed. They wore a dirty crown atop their hood with many jewels that had lost their luster. The serene mask stared through the world and flesh. Immaculate gloves had their fingers stained as if from ink on the page. A dry sweetness clung to the exquisite, though diminished regalia. Its gaze made the sheriff feel hollowed, like he had been emptied. Even the spit on Elijah's tongue was merely ash, a tasteless glaze. Raymond's prayers rose to a shriek, then stopped. The sheriff glanced back, and the man was gone. Elijah turned back to the stately figure. The regal man was gone, and there were no tracks to mark his passing. Only he stood in the forest. Darkness departed, and the rain fell in heavy, fat drops. Raymond vanished through the earth where he had prayed and was disturbed. Even the stench of the mark had departed, but the marks in the leaves remained. There were no other tracks.